Hey guys, it's Knives Galore here, and today we're going to be sharpening this knife to razor sharpness, and hopefully we can get a really nice knife out of it. Alright, so in the coming video I'm going to be using these three sharpening stones. I'm going to start with this diamond stone, which is a little bit tatty at the moment, and that will get the basic kind of knife edge on it, and this is for taking off lots and lots of metal. Then I'll be moving on to this, which is my rough wet oil stone, and this will take off quite a lot, but not quite as much as this, and it'll start to give it that nice honed look. Then I move on to the soft side, which will be even nicer. Then finally, to give it that razor sharp look, I'll be moving on to this nice roebuck whetstone, which will give it the really nice razor sharp finish to it. Right, so stay tuned and we'll do that. My diamond stone, alright, and the best way to sharpen, I find, especially with a longer knife like this, with a weird kind of bevel on it like I've done, which looks quite nice. You start about here with the flat side, the first flat side, you push, and then you move around like that. Then you stop, then you turn it round, and then you do it again. If I just brace it against myself. And you just continually do that. And now I'm moving on to my rougher side after doing that with a bit of my knives. It's quite nice at the moment. It's starting to get that knife edge. So first thing to do with my oil stone, apply a bit of oil. I'm going to apply quite a bit of oil because I don't usually use this side, because most of the knives I sharpen are already up to a reasonably high quality of sharpness. So you just rub the oil in, go in circles. I find the best to get the maximum coverage. I've applied quite a lot of oil here because I know most of it's going to soak in, and the best part about adding too much oil is it'll stay on the surface afterwards, and you can add a little bit of surface tension to your knife to the stone, and that will help sharpen it. And it will also trap all of the swarf that comes off your knife, which will help you create less of a mess. Okay, I've got quite a lot on one side. I'm just going to move it upwards. Okay, now that looks pretty good. Just going to wipe that away. Now what I want to do, same kind of principle. You go away with your knife, and then come back with your knife. And you just follow that simple motion. You can do it a bit faster if you want to, but I like doing it slow and controlled. It does take a bit more time. Okay, so I've done all my oil stoning and I've wiped the blade clean, because now I'm going to be using my whetstone, which, as most of you might know, oil does not like water, and it will separate and it will create a little barrier between my knife and the whetstone, which I do not want. So I've drenched this in water. I've used my little cooling glass. I've left it in there for a few hours, turned it round, left it in there for a few hours again, and now it's ready to be sharpened with. So I'm going to do the same motion again, except because it's the similar size, I'm going to be using all of it, which I noticed I wasn't doing for the other one. So I'm going to start here, pull it back, turn it around, push it forward, and I'll probably end up doing this for a few hours because the whetstone, I think, is the most important, because it really does create that nice finish. And now, as I promised earlier on, I'm going to be doing some stropping. Stropping is kind of like sharpening, except in the sense that you're not using a sharpening stone. I will be using a block of wood. You can use sandpaper, you can use cloth, you can use anything that's, or leather even, anything that's not abrasive, but equally it's not, what can't be crushed. So I'm going to be using wood because it's readily available and I've got a lot of it. So the idea is you push instead of pulling as you would with a knife. And you just push, and it won't feel right to start with because there'll be no resistance. But then, as I'll probably get in a minute, I'll start getting sawdust on the blade. Or not quite sawdust, but really fine wood shavings. Yeah, there we go. There's a few fine wood shavings on that. And I'll just be doing this for a few minutes, probably 5 minutes. It's not quite as important as the whetstoning and it just gives your knife that really nice edge. Then it also polishes it ever so slightly. And yeah, that's all I really have to say today. So thank you very much for watching the video. I hope you found it informative and not quite as boring as I will find editing it. But anyway, hope you guys have a good day. Sharpen your knives to razor sharpness. Don't actually try and shave with them because that's dangerous. But thank you guys. Like and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.